This is a US holiday weekend to celebrate past presidents. But in New York and elsewhere, some decided to hold protests about the new one. It's been a tough first month for Donald Trump. He took time out to step into the Sunshine State and hold a rally with supporters. This is firmer, more familiar ground.
The President of the United States.
He promised to get more work done, including releasing a new immigration order later this week to replace his controversial travel ban. But some of his reasoning caused more controversy.
You look at what's happening last night in Sweden. Sweden. Who would believe this? Sweden. They took in large numbers. They're having problems like they never thought possible.
The Swedish embassy in the US asked for an explanation. There have been no terror attacks there this week. The White House says he was referring to reports of rising crime, which he may have seen on Fox News. It's the kind of distraction from his message that Mr. Trump blames on the media.
I also want to speak to you without the filter of the fake news. They've become a big part of the problem. They are part of the corrupt system.
President Trump accused major US networks of being an enemy of the people. One senior Republican says lessons need to be learned from history.
If you want to preserve democracy as we know it, you have to have a free and many times adversarial press. And without it, I'm afraid that we would lose so much of our individual liberties over time. That's how dictators get started.
But the president's chief of staff says the media is constantly making up news.
They're talking about Russian spies, talking about the intelligence community, talking about how me and Steve Bannon don't like each other and what's Kellyanne doing. All this just total garbage, unsourced stuff.
Donald Trump held this rally to revive his message, but it's also a reminder there is work to do.
President Trump seems far more comfortable at the campaign podium than he does in the Oval Office right now. He seems to feed from the energy of this crowd. But he doesn't need to win friends here in Florida. He needs them on Capitol Hill if he is to get his agenda through Congress.
He also needs to find a new national security advisor after his first pick resigned and his second turned down the job. He's holding interviews today. The rally will have helped Donald Trump reconnect with his voting base, but now it's time to get on with governing. Laura Bicker, BBC News, Florida.